Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Aria Black. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk. We're talking the Embrace again. I know we've already done this one, but the campaign is currently funding, so we've got some new things to talk about. So we've also got a co-host for this show. Let me bring on part of the bargain bin. We got Jacobus Gotex. How are you doing, my dude?
I am very, very good, thank you. How's
Awesome.
things?
Awesome. So before we bring on the main guest of the show, let's do a quick chill for our own stuff. I quickly mention that the Adventures of Taylors in Outer Space is currently on Indiegogo. You can go over there and sign up today. Remember, all the links for our various projects are in the description below, so make sure you check them out. Head on over to Indiegogo, sign up to the Adventures of Taylors in Outer Space. It's the first time you're going to get all 4 currently released mini comics plus 2 never before seen comics, all in one beautiful deluxe collected edition. Remember, guys, when you sign up, you will receive free exclusive merch by Chub in the form of a trading card and a fold-out poster with this beautiful Taylor's Mary Boys crossover artwork on it. So make sure you sign up today. Get on it. Links in the description below. And then, do you want to do a quick shill for yourself, Jacobus? I'll bring up your YouTube here.
Yeah, for those, most of you should know, but for those that don't, we host a bargain bin on my channel as well every other Monday. So make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss any. The last couple have been absolutely hilarious and amazing that we've done. So
I'll agree to that. Well, you are hilarious. So yeah, and make sure you're there this Monday, 8 p.m. GMT.
Yes, definitely. Big announcement on Monday.
Awesome. So let's check the chat quickly. Comics mate Dean, he's coming on later, so stick around. We'll see some of Dean today, hopefully. We've got the Graphic Goose, my friend the Graphic Goose, saying hello, Black Aria. Watch it, you will get cancelled. We got another bargain bin boy. What's up? Here we go. And blame Dave for that. And Connie Mark saying, Jacobus, your views to sub ratio is very good. I'll agree to that. Well done. Congratulations. Okay. And it's almost like deja vu. Hello, Michael. How are you doing?
We're doing well, guys. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I think we're both good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
So,
Fantastic.
we had you on last time to talk about your book about the superhero who likes giving hugs or something, right?
Yeah, of course. Discount hugs. Discount hugs all around from the Embrace. Lots of hands to go around.
So, since we last spoke, what have you been up to? Been busy with the campaign, or?
Ungodly so. Yeah. I'd say per week I'm averaging around 5 or 6 shows since launch. The first week, I think launch day I did streaming for 5 hours straight. I started on Clayton's to do the launch day stream with Dave Brink. And we did that through till around 8, and then I hopped on to Bancroft, and he did his show early because of his new work schedule. And we did that for another hour, and then I hopped on to Pops Van Zant's Comic Related Madness and did that for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then like at the end of that, I was like, I need to go to bed. And so yeah, no, I've been very busy putting myself out there, keeping up with Twitter, letting people know, trying to push things around. The first week of a campaign, I tend to do. I post a lot, but I also tag as many people that I know are indie friendly promoters as I possibly can, to just get as many eyes on it as humanly possible. I've winded down on that because we're wrapping up week 2, and so right now we're just working on the strategy for. Right now is around the time where you have that mid 30-day plateau So we're just working on stuff to make sure that we can bring the hype back up, so that way we can hit, as close to 10K as we can by the end of the first 30 days, if not surpass that 10K. And then when we head into the second 30 days, get some more things going to build, to maintain some steady momentum. The goal, my goal for this campaign is I would love for, I'm fairly confident that we're going to break the 5-figure barrier. Both of my previous campaigns have been 8 to 9K. And this book has a lot more traction than Elysian Fields did. So I think that crossing 5 figures is almost a given. The big thing, though, is I want to hit 20K. And so my everything that I've been doing right now has been strategizing towards hitting the 20K benchmark.
Ah, cool. So you've had your work cut out for you there.
Yeah, we've got it cut out for us, but I'm pretty confident in how we're handling this. And we've made insane progress so far, and we haven't even broken 100 backers yet. And we have 230 people signed up on our mailing list. So assuming every one of those, and obviously you don't want to make assumptions, but if best case scenario happens and all 230 of those people end up backing the Embrace, and they're backing at what our average rate is right now, 20K is not out of the realm of possibility whatsoever.
Wow. Hey, we'll bring up your campaign page in just a second, and we can talk through how the funding's going and all that. But Dean's just popped in, so let's bring Dean in. How you doing, my friend?
G'day. How are you,
Nice
boys?
to meet you, man.
My goodness, Dean, it's been a minute.
Hasn't it? Everyone was asking why we never show up on streams together.
Dude, when you hit me up about it, I was like, I wonder if people just think that we hate each other and it's like that Lee Kirby thing going on. But no, it's just he lives in Australia and I live in the US. And coordinating that for live streams is a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is literally, it's 8:15 in the morning for me on Sunday right now. Yeah.
So, since you're so far apart, how did you get together as a creative team then? How did that come about?
I had this concept and I was shopping around for artists and I hit up Kimasabi because he did a review of Elysian Fields, and he's a tremendously good eye. He has a very, very good eye for talent. And I told him what I was looking for. And Dean was the first person on his list to recommend. And so then, I had interacted with Dean on a few streams before from the chat aspect of things. He seemed like a good enough dude. So I hit him up first, and then he got me the concept. And I was just like, yep, no, you're it. There we go.
Colin Mark asks, was it love at first sight?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I like to say that Oden came along with a pile of firewood and he's like, "Hey mate, do you have any matches?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got you." And I had a lighter. And then we spent the whole night sitting around this romantic campfire talking about the Embrace. That's how it happened.
You're missing the freaking Italian cuisine and Lady and the Tramp shit that we were doing, man.
I was getting to that. That's actually where the title came from. It was our Embrace.
There's a little bit of self-insertion there, no pun intended. What?
Said I'm not going to ask what you used as spaghetti.
Oh goodness. Anyways,
hey, cool. I mean, if it works, it works. Let's bring up your campaign page, guys.
Yeah, you can't argue with the results.
yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah. Here we go. All right. So the Embrace on Indiegogo. Oh, 1 second. Rob's asking meatballs.
Yes.
What happens around the campfire stays at the campfire. So, wink, wink. Anyways, let's look at this campaign.
Yeah. The Embrace. We've already. You know what? I should have changed this to the dollar amount since this is technically a United States campaign.
Yeah, it's at 27.84 US.
Okay, that doesn't matter because we operate in pound sterling. So
Yeah, I understand.
so you're almost on 3K.
Yeah.
That's wicked.
No, we're past 3K.
Yeah.
No, we're at
Not
we're at
according to what's on the screen.
3,781. Holy crap! Is the pound sterling really that much like better than the U? Like I knew
Yeah.
that the U.S. dollar had like sank to some shit, but holy crap!
Yeah, the
Like
US
a full
dollar is closing in on the
$1,000?
Aussie dollar, mate. Yeah, get used to it. These guys are almost double us. And you are closing in to me. Like it's $1.20 something right now for Australian dollar to US.
God.
Yeah.
We won't talk about the politics of that. Anyways, moving on.
Thanks.
If you look at it on the U.S. dollar side of things, we're doing great.
If you look at the Aussie dollars, we're doing even better.
But we're nearing 4K on the U.S. dollar side of things, and our first stretch goal is at 4,500. Well, I mean, other than we're doing the pogs and everything, but that was our funding goal. So, funding stretch goal. So I don't really like counting that. Is the first actual stretch goal that we're doing that is, past funding is the making the O'Reilly B variant a holofoil, and that's coming right around the corner.
Okay. Is there a picture? That's this cover here.
Yeah.
Right. Let me get that on the screen. Check that. Have you seen this from Dragobus?
Hey?
Have you seen this artwork before?
No, I went to have a look last night and I was too tired. I went straight to bed because Comic Mark had us up till about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he had us in there for another 2 or 3 hours after that too.
Yeah, I think the after chat was longer than the actual stream.
Yeah, we should have just stayed live.
I went to look at it this morning and then you messaged me about coming on. I was like, right, I'm not going to look. I want to see it all fresh for the stream.
I know. They showed me this on the last one we did, and I thought this was probably the coolest cover I've seen all year so far.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, as Oden was saying a minute ago, that wasn't even meant to be a cover. Like, Jim's just so damn good that we just couldn't resist. The second we saw it, both of us were like, we're using this as a cover, right? And yeah, definitely.
We're using it as a cover, poster, t-shirt, and then it's printed up in the pants.
Yeah, to make a great t-shirt, wouldn't it?
It's great. And that's going to look amazing when it's all, what do you call it, chromium?
Olive oil and stuff, yeah.
Olive oil, yeah.
Definitely.
Especially with all that glue and the tendrils coming out of it. It's going to look amazing. So, that's not the only cover we have for the book. Where's the other one gone? Okay, so this is the regular cover you have then?
Yeah, that's the original standard edition cover. That was drawn by me. Yeah, that's my art. That's the an obvious homage to The Death in the Family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's nice and moody. Nice and you do all the interiors, right?
Yeah. Like if you scroll up to the top, those interior pages were all drawn by me and colored by Paul Billick. So that's what you will be getting on the interior of the book.
Cool. Yeah, the colors are great as well on this.
Yeah,
he's
Paul
cool.
Billick. Paul is fantastic. He works with Rob Willis on Shinobi Sasquatch.
Yeah.
That only took me like 20 times to practice him there because apparently I've been saying Shane Davis for the past week. So it's just great.
These glow.
I'm very proud of you.
Like something I really struggle with to create, so I'm quite impressed by it.
The glow effects were actually something that we insisted on. That every colorist we've gone through, we've explained specifically those glow. Like that has to be there for it because the whole ghostly spectral idea of him being a ghost-powered superhero, he needs to have that glow.
That's working.
Absolutely.
I mean, visually, he's just a great character. I think he's got like the best costume you could have come up with, and those hands are creepy, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
The little fingers. So yeah, how long have we had this campaign up for? What's that? Days now?
I would say, what's that? 12 days.
Yeah.
So a little under 2 weeks.
Cool. Not been long, and we're already doing great. It's already funded, right? Yeah, 126%.
Yeah.
Already
Funded
funded
within
so,
the first week.
Yeah, we funded within 4 days. So like at the very least, everyone that's purchased this book will be getting it. Like we're looking at doing way more than that, obviously, but at this point, it's a guarantee that all 73 of those people will be getting their books.
Yep.
That's awesome. What's the timeline for the production now? When will backers have their books in their hands?
So the plan is to have that done by August timeframe. Dean can correct me if I'm wrong, around halfway through the line art of the book. And then Paul, we ended up having to go through and get Paul because our original colorist dropped off. So what we're going to be doing is here once Dean officially reaches the halfway point, I'm going to be sending Paul all of the pages we have so far, and we're going to get him to work.
Cool. What's it like funding the campaign then? I know you've done it, Michael, twice now before this one.
Yes, this is my third campaign. And I'm handling all the logistics really on that side of things because I do have that experience. But this one has come with its own stressors and everything like that Elysian Fields didn't have, namely in just how much attention we were getting. We
am
had
also
a lot
stressful.
Of people. we had a lot of people looking at this since day one, and that meant that this campaign had to be perfect. Like the amount of times Dean and I would get into arguments, and I'd like send him like the edit thing is like, what are you doing? It's like, just calm down. Like I remember there was this one point where I had placeholder images up for the pages, and one of them was an image that was super old, and Dean freaked out. He's like, "Why is that up there? Why is that there?
How do you
Please tell
even
me
have
you didn't
that?"
send that to be colored?" And I went, "No, it's a placeholder image. It's been there for about a month, Dean."
Oh, it was terrible.
Am I right in thinking you're very much a perfectionist about the art then?
Me, I hate all of it already. Like I want to go back and redo the pages that are already finished. I have to keep being reassured that they're fine and they look great. I've never drawn anything in my entire life that I actually like.
I'll reassure you, mate. These look amazing.
Thank you. I needed that.
Paired with Paul's color, like it's honestly one of those things where you have lightning and thunder coming together to really collide and do great work, because Dean's art on its own is already solid, but then you add in Paul's colors and everything, and it takes it to a whole other level. I mean, like especially when you're looking at that what is it, that's page 10, right? 10 or 11
that one, that's page 3.
No, that's 3, but page 10 or 11, which is the one where
oh yeah,
David
that one
shows
there
up for the first time. This page,
that's page 10.
Yeah,
no, that's 11. That is 11. Yeah, you're right. That's 11.
Yeah. This page really just, when he sent me the initial inks, I was like, oh man, like once this was fully inked and everything, I was like, oh man, this page is going to be incredible. And I knew that, but it didn't prepare me for Paul coming back with these colors and me just like my jaw hitting the floor.
I actually had people message me about this saying that it made them cry. So we're on the right track. We're doing the right moves. Because like, don't get us wrong. Yeah, like the story has a lot of emotional heart and everything in it, but everything we've shown you is from the first 10 pages at the most. That the only exception is the page down the bottom there where you see the Embrace smashing the gun, and that was because we wanted to show something with the actual with the actual powers being shown off and stuff. But outside of that, we have not told anyone anything from further than what you would just say the first 8 pages.
Yeah,
that's yeah. Like
the
there's so
majority of
much stuff.
Yeah, like the majority of the stuff, even with our pitch and everything, the pitch that summarizes everything, it summarizes
The
pretty much
opening.
the first quarter of the book. And it doesn't give you any bit of an idea of what to expect from the second half. It establishes what a synopsis should, which is effectively what you can expect from this story as far as it's setting its tone, setting its narrative, everything like that. Give me 1 second. I have a 3-year-old toddler that is banging under my desk right now. I'm gonna go deal with him.
That's okay. We'll just gush over the artwork for a little bit longer.
I want to say, because I haven't seen this campaign yet, what's the page count and stuff?
It's 40 pages of story plus the standard edition is 48 pages, so it's 40 pages of story with the 8-page fan art gallery and everything from when we had the competition. And then the special edition is probably going to be closer to 60 because that has the script and all kinds of other behind the scenes special stuff that you wouldn't have seen otherwise in it.
I like books that have got scripts included.
Yeah, so that's the special edition then.
That's this version, right?
Yeah. And also the spectral edition, the black and white version, is essentially the special edition as well. Like that has all the extras in the back as well.
That's cool. I like that. A little bit extra.
Show me this trailer, man.
Yeah, let's watch the trailer. I'll stop sharing my screen just for a second so I can make sure I'm sharing the audio.
Yeah. I'm currently working on a full trailer. This is just the teaser trailer.
Oh, you made this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oden made the logo and I made the trailer. Like, it's all in-house.
Oh, we got Michael's kid with us today. Awesome.
Say hi, James.
Yeah, he's getting crotchety because it's been we've done a lot over the last 2 days.
Oh, very cute. All right, let's watch this trailer, guys. Cool.
Spooky, right?
That
Short,
for me is like the perfect trailer.
I like it.
Well, yeah, we will have a full-length trailer that will tell everyone a little bit more about it. But that was like, as you saw at the end, it said for the mailing list, that was the teaser that we made to kind of give you the vibe and the feel of what it's going to be like. And yeah, you know, like if it was an animated series or something, that would be very much like HBO's Spawn, things like that. So we got the cop sirens and the raining and the, you know, city sounds, things like that.
We're going to get on to Spawn in just a second, mate. We're going to finish business with Spawn.
Okay.
Right. When you plan to do the new trailer then?
We're waiting on a few pages to be finished getting colored because like we have the whole trailer planned out. And as I mentioned a minute ago, I'm going to do it myself. But once those pages are colored by Paul Billick, I'll use the colored versions of them in the trailer because I don't want to use any black and white pages.
Yeah. I find when I go on streams with American streamers, I've got a short like teaser trailer as well on my campaign with no speech or text or anything on it. And they always rip me a new one for having a trailer like that.
Yeah,
for having voiceovers and everything.
For not having voiceovers.
And for not being specific enough, and you have to have it exactly right.
Got to tell them.
Don't you know?
I hate voiceovers. I do.
Oden knows all about it. He's had his trailers ripped to pieces plenty of times by everyone.
I like this though. It's like movie.
That was how you met Inchai, isn't it? When you first got him to review your.
No, I met
Inchai
because I saw one of his reviews and I hit him up and asked him to review Elysian Field Issue 0 because I knew that he wasn't going to blow smoke up my ass.
Yeah, so it was because of Elysian Fields, the review. Yeah. Like I said,
yeah, I've dealt with. I mean, obviously, I've dealt with and I'm fairly certain Comics with Drew is putting up the first official review of Pyramid Gambit. It will probably be up from him here in the next day or so. I know that it's done.
That's awesome. I'm a fan of both of those channels, so I look forward to seeing that.
And that's the other thing is I actually, crap, I don't have them here, but I have Drew sent his sketch cards.
Oh, you've got them there, do you?
Yeah, I do. I got them. And give me a sec. Let me figure out where the hell they are.
Have you guys seen these on Twitter yet? These have been getting posted on Twitter as Drew was doing them.
Sketch cards?
Yeah.
I might have done.
Yeah, I might have. Rings a bell, yeah.
Yeah, because he entered the fan art contest, and I'm sure he's one of the winners because we had a few winners that actually get their piece put in the book.
He placed third.
Yeah, there you go. Because his was one of my favorites because he did this, like, no one else had done it, but you know the creepy ghost hands we put over the shoulders and things like that on the Embrace? He made them look like skeleton hands, and that's all him. And I thought it looked so cool. So, yeah. From there on, we were like, hey, man, you want to do some sketch cards and stuff like that? And he was drawing things, and then he offered to give them to us.
We didn't even ask him. He just did them and messaged us. I was like, hey.
Because he did one, and I thought we asked him to do more, and we were like, yeah, but no.
No,
okay.
he effectively, he hit me and David Brink up from Perfect 10. And I was like, hey, I really like your guys' campaigns. I would love to do sketch cards. I'm already drafting some out. Is it okay if I share these and then donate them to your campaign for you guys to do with whatever? And I was just like,
hell yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I didn't know. I knew he drew like the first couple just because he wanted to keep drawing the Embrace, but I thought we asked him to do a few officially. That's really cool, man. Like, thank you, Drew. If you see this, I did not know that.
That's awesome. That's like the best compliment.
Right? What a legend.
Well done, man. You're a legend. Graphic Goose in the chat says there's nothing wrong with your trailer, Aria. Probably because he's the one who made it.
Yeah, he has to say that.
Rob says good day. And
good day, Rob.
The chat. Shadow Obsidian is on Indiegogo. Make sure you go over and check that out. Ross is going to be on my channel again in a couple of weeks' time. We'll do another catch up with him on his project, Shadow Obsidian. Make sure you check that out on Indiegogo.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. He's doing well as well. Everyone's doing well this year.
Yeah, it's been a really good year because everyone's come out swinging. It's so early, and I think there's already something like 50 to 60 campaigns that are already live between the start of the year and now. It's bloody incredible.
Well, Jacobus and I are both working on campaigns separately at the moment that are going to be going live. So we're still newbies to this whole thing. Hopefully we'll get on the band.
Yeah, I know what that's like, man. This is my first campaign. So I've kind of, like, you know, you have the people that won't back a first timer because they've been burned in the past and things like that. Like, I'm kind of the same almost, you know, unless you're in the community and shit, like I might not trust you. Like, I'll have to have a closer look. But I've kind of avoided all of that because it's my first, but it's Oden's third. So you can trust that Oden is going to make sure that I draw the pictures, you know, and then when I get around to actually doing my own book, it won't be my first book. Everyone will be like, hey, that's the guy from the Embrace. Cool,
yeah.
He's done a book before.
That's a good way to do it. To be fair.
Yeah, smart.
You're enjoying it?
Yeah, no, fuck yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. It's my dream. It is my dream job. I've always wanted to draw comics since I was a little kid. Like, I've done all kinds of different, like, I've done tattooing and I've done animation and all kinds of different things, but I've always wanted to do comic books, you know, like it was my favorite thing to draw just in my free time. But, you know, being in Australia, I would have had to move all the way to New York or something, try and get a job at Marvel or DC. And, you know, until now, like, times have changed. The internet and everything, the way the world is these days. Yeah, exactly.
It's cooler.
Much better. Much better.
Yeah. Do you have those cards, Michael?
I couldn't find them right now. I've got them somewhere, but I don't.
I'll have to find them on Twitter.
Nothing but professionals here behind the scenes of the Embrace.
Yes, always professionals. No, I just, when I have my kid, things just tend to go missing all the time. There's a very good chance he just hid them. I'll find them here in the next day.
Good day, Jim.
We've got Jim in the chat saying he's seen you around in streams and chats too. He's saying
Oh,
hello.
yeah, I'm still going to be here long after I'm done with books too. Like,
Yeah.
this community, these are my people. I thought I had grown out of comic books, and I know I wasn't the only one, but the mainstream had gotten so terrible that I honestly thought that maybe I had just grown up and I didn't like comic books anymore. But no, that's not how it is. Marvel and DC are really just shitting all over everything. And in the last year, I've found more new comic books that I've enjoyed more in the last 6 months to the last year since I've joined Comicsgate and all that than I have in the last 10 years reading mainstream books. It's insane.
I'll agree with you on that.
So yeah, I'm going to be in the chats long after all of this. Don't worry, I'm still going to be here.
Hey, nice one. So it looks like the embrace is happening then, since we're already funded. And
Yeah.
like I find when you're in the mix of it all, you tend to like throw back and forth ideas and all that.
Yep.
Because you're excited and you're like in the zone.
We've done so much of that. There are characters that only exist because we were going back and forth like that.
Is there any thoughts on an embrace part 2?
Yeah, we have lots of them. It's almost like when Oden says that we're going to have like 5 or 6 issues planned out, like we know how it's going to end. It's just that's not written yet, but it is all planned out. Like we have characters and stuff that all kinds of stuff.
I already have the story beats for issue 2 done. Like I just have to go in and write it. I have the story beats for issue 2 done. I think I'm about halfway through the story beats of issue 3.
Yeah.
So I've known how I wanted this story to go for a while. Pretty much right after Dean showed me the initial concept and the wheels started turning on writing the script, because like and I said this on our first stream, this character, the initial concept came to be in December of 2020. The whole thing has moved very fast.
Yeah, we work really well together though. Like that is something that, regardless of how much I'll sit there and I'll give Oden shit and Oden will say that I'm a hard ass and I piss him off, it's like we do work well together because we have created something absolutely incredible and it was just shooting out like left, right, and center. Great idea after great idea, and it all worked together so well.
I've got a question. So if you plan to go to say issue 5 or issue 6, finish off like the whole arc, does this issue still work as a standalone book, or am I going to finish this book and think, oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to wait?
So that's actually something that I've taken into account when I was writing scripts. Even though this issue does have a cliffhanger at the end of it, in the form of an epilogue, the main
I wouldn't
story,
call it a cliffhanger. I'd call it a tease.
Yeah, it's effectively it's a setup for the next thing, but like at the end of this issue, there is a sense of fulfillment in the story. If we were to never do another embrace, which is obviously not going to happen, but like if we were never going to be able to do another one, you could read this and like, yeah, it would suck that there wasn't anything else, but it does end on a point where there is a mini 3-arc structure within each issue, and that's kind of how I've planned it out for each book, and that each book you could tentatively jump on as your starting point.
That's good. Nice.
Yeah, that's the way.
Like picture it like a movie. Like it has a definitive middle and then a definitive ending.
Yeah.
And then, but it's also obviously not the end of the story for these characters. They can go forth and they are going to go further because we have it all planned out.
Mark's weighing in on this. He says he wrote the beat sheet for the first 12 Crystal Kid books in one sitting, and then accidentally saved over.
That sucks. I am so sorry. That has happened to me more times than I can count. And with some of like my concepts that I was like, oh man, this could be like the best thing ever, and then either I got it saved over or like my hard drive crashed before I had backed it up, and so when I got it back, it was just all gone.
Yeah, I learned my lesson the hard way with things like that, deleting essays and artwork while I was in uni.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah, but that's cool that you're planning so far ahead. Like I do the same with Taylor's, and you're giving me some good ideas to think about. Wrapping up an individual story in one book rather than just ending on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And it was stuff like that was one of the big eye openers for problems with the mainstream comic book industry and their current method of storytelling, is that every single mainstream writer isn't writing for the issue, they're writing for the trade paper. And it was actually, I know that he has pretty much become a pariah because of his actions, but with your boy Zach, I remember there's one of his earlier reviews that he had pointed this out, and it really struck home to me. Where I was like, he has a good point, because back in like even the early 2000s, going up until 2012-ish time frame, you could pick up a comic and from any run of any character, read it, and yeah, you probably could have benefited from the prior issues, but you didn't need to.
Yeah, it would be standalone overall.
Yeah.
And that's been a major criticism of the MCU and everything. Like, they say the same thing about the movies nowadays. They say, oh, it's always leading into something else. Or one, like Iron Man 2 is just an advertisement for all of the next set of Marvel movies, Like, everyone's been saying that since that movie first came out.
Yeah.
That's a good observation. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking straight away of the current X-Men titles. There's like 5 of them out.
Well,
that's to read them all to get the story.
I hate that.
Ridiculous to me.
That's one of those things, especially with Jonathan Hickman. Like, I love Hickman. Hickman's actually one of my favorite mainstream writers.
Yeah.
He's very good, but he always writes big game. Like, he's never that guy that you bring in to do like, oh, we just want you to write like a fun monthly title. He's the event guy. He is, hey, we want like an event that's going to stretch over like a year or two. That's where you get Jonathan Hickman. But the problem is that there's such a super saturation of events that they've worn writers like Hickman down.
Is every month at this point, right? Like an event every month.
I'm a firm believer that the mainstream should get rid of floppy books and only do trade paperbacks.
I think that is the big thing with comics, has always been the affordability of a floppy. And we do very well on the crowdfunding circuit with what we're doing, but even the biggest names in the crowdfunding circuit know that that their like next big goal is to be able to do monthly or bi-monthly content at the prices that the mainstream is able to offer, and do effectively, if not floppies, oversized like the whole longevity of comic books has always been the affordability of comic books. Once they become trade paperbacks, it becomes it becomes a much more expensive medium, and then you end up excluding an entire consumer base.
And that is the difference between us and the mainstream in the first place, is that they sell just, like the old newspaper cutoffs. That's how comic books originally came, because they had leftover paper, where we sell the luxury high-end comic book, the graphic novel, the hardcover and all that. That's what you get from indie comics these days, because we are, let's face it, we make better comic books than they do.
They do. We do. But like the other big thing is that even the big names, like John Malin has said it multiple times, that his goal is, after Graveyard Shift 4, is to be able to go back and start effectively cutting up previous books into floppies and getting them at a more offering them at a more affordable price.
And I agree with that. That would work perfectly fine. You know, like I would happily take the Embrace, cut it up into 4 issues, make them like tiny little issues. No, fuck them. Let's cut it up.
No,
into like
it would be for this
issues.
first for this first issue. We have 40 pages of story.
Yes, I'm going to cut it up into
I think that there's I've actually been
$5
thinking about
agents.
this because I think that there's an excellent point.
Yeah, but that is something that you do long down the line. You know what I mean? Like that is not something that, you know, if you back the Embrace now, you would be reading, like we're going to use the Embrace for the example because it's right in front of everyone. But like you would be reading the graphic novel, and then sure, like a couple of years down the line when we have a bigger publishing line and everyone knows you could get the Embrace in stores, yes, you would definitely do that. But you would never put this hardcover edition that every collector has got. You would create like a half the story in a floppy or something.
Yeah.
Like, I completely agree with that.
No, and that's like I was just speaking solely off of this issue. Like if we wanted to go and do a retailer friendly version of the Embrace, like a year or two down the line, I would break it into this issue could be broken down into 2 floppies, and it would actually work very well. I know exactly where I'd cut off the first issue.
Hey, look at this guy going. He's already thinking about it. He was already going to do this, and we've caught him off guard. He was like, "Oh shit, they're talking about it in public."
No, it's one of those things where you know there are a lot of people coming up that are actively trying to break into the market of taking crowdfunded books and making them retailer friendly.
I'm all for that. Like, I'm not against retailer books. It's just there is the difference between the collector's edition and stuff. Like, I wouldn't go to a comic book shop for a hardcover because, you know, well, I would buy a hardcover from a comic book shop, but like, I wouldn't go to Indiegogo for a floppy. I'd be going to Indiegogo for the collector's edition. Like,
correct.
For Krishna Kid is a great example. You can get the 3 separate floppies, or you can get the hardcover. I'm definitely getting the collector's edition hardcover. That's just personal preference, I guess.
Yeah, Mark's just saying the Eye of Brown Saga is 3 20-page floppies that you can get in a collector's edition too.
Yeah, and I'll be going straight for the collector's edition.
Exactly, and I will as well. And I think that you raise a very good point there, because the whole thing is that Indiegogo is the collector market at this point. Like that's the big thing, is that the majority of the people that shop on this platform are people that, like you, Dean, are people that are, you know, that and like me, that love comics, but they've seen the main quality in the mainstream drop so horrendously. So we're willing to invest the money that we would have been using on our pull lists on books of quality that will retain, you know, readability,
value, and readability, and everything.
Value and everything.
It's value of all kind, entertainment value as well as collectability value. And what Jim just said in the comments is a brilliant point as well. I don't want to be paying $10 floppy for $10 shipping as well, because in Australia I pay so much for shipping. There are books that I have not backed just because the shipping was way too expensive for me.
We get the same in the UK.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about then. It's terrible. Yeah.
Like the shipping costs more than the book a lot of times.
Yeah, it does.
That kills it for backers. Like,
so there'd be, I would not, like, I just couldn't bring myself to back a floppy if the postage was going to be the same price or more. It needs to be a collector's edition just because I'm in Australia.
and that's another big advantage that we have on the Embrace, is that you know, I don't even have a fulfillment service, but the shipping label company that I use offers a private discount on international shipping for independent businesses. And so the max my international shipping costs with this company is $17. And that's like me shipping a package, like a heavy package to Australia. Like that's not shipping comics, and that's not shipping to mainland Europe. I've been doing fulfillment for Pyramid Gambit, and I've sent some stuff to the UK for under $15.
Nice.
So like the shipping on this book is $15, which I think for international, which I think is a very solid and competitive rate in comparison to what you see on a lot of everything else. and it makes sure that it makes the best use of every dollar. There will be some books that'll be over 15, and there'll be some books that are way under, and so it all averages out there with the international.
Cool. Let's talk about the different tiers you have on the campaign.
Yeah.
So what's this feature tier?
We have a lot of great tiers. We really do. I'm actually very proud of the tiers. So can I explain this first one at least, and then
you go on ahead. And the only thing that I will say is we have a stretch goal involved with this tier specifically, and I also am offering it for the team from the Land Down Under tier as well, because it's a like the whole point of that is that it's a collective thing too. But I'll let you go on ahead.
Yeah, because he has to mention that, because I jumped the gun and just started straight up telling people that they're getting it, and we haven't quite hit that stretch goal yet, but I believe we will. So you're still getting
we'll
it.
Hit it next week.
But yeah, we're just not there yet. That the one of each tier, the featured tier, is by far the best value that we have, because you get one of every cover, as well as the special limited edition that you can't get anywhere else, which is the Spectral edition, the black and white edition that we were talking about earlier. And basically, you get that one for essentially nothing. And this all comes in this collector's edition special box, as well as all the other extras and perks and anything else that we unlock along the way for $75.
And is the box that's the goal? You mean the stretch goal?
Yes.
Yeah, at
the
$5,000.
Yeah. The custom box will be for every one of each and team from the Land Down Under tier after 5K.
Yeah.
And so if you scroll down to our stretch goals, I actually have the video that showcases it. Doesn't have any exciting music or anything. It's just a demo. Yeah. It's just a demo of it. And so we got a lot of great fan art from the fan art contest. And this is one of those pieces that was really, really close to getting into the top 3 by Derek Clay. And I thought it looked so slick on this, and
at 5K, everybody gets one of those. If you ordered one of the bigger tiers, the team from the Land Down Under, which is signed by me and Clayton and Corey, and basically the entire team, because I'm sure Oden's going to sign it as well.
I plan on signing all of the books.
Good stuff.
Oh.
Good stuff.
my hand will hate me, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, no, that's good to know. People like that. People like getting signatures, and they don't like to have to pay for them. So that's always a plus.
I'm not Todd McFarlane. I'm not going to make anyone pay extra for my fucking signature.
No, I don't know. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of good opinions for both sides of the argument. I don't mind paying someone for a signature as long as it's not too much. Because you are going to, let's say you have to sign 1,000 of them. You're going to spend the entire day sitting there. And as you said, your hand's going to hurt you at the end of the day. So if you want to charge me $5 extra, I will throw you $5 to bloody sign my book for me. But then there are I know for a fact there are a lot of people that completely disagree and are probably going to turn on me just for saying that. So whatever, to each their own.
Yeah, $5's all right if it's $50 or something.
Yeah, no thanks.
Pushing it there, mate.
Yeah, exactly right.
A couple of quid, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. That's the way I see it.
But and so Dean did a great job talking about that the one of each tier. So that's our big tier that we are pushing, and then we have the standard edition of the Embrace with Dean's beautiful Death of the Family homage cover, which I'm not sure if Dean got a chance to say, but the reason why you can't see David's face in that is because it was so early in production that we came up with this, that we hadn't even drawn David, so he had no idea. We didn't have a face for David.
Yeah, in fact, David on the cover is probably a couple of years too old. You actually look at it. But that's literally, if you actually look at the ghost glowing David, the only thing that really has any shadow on it at all is his face, and it's so you can't see any details, because we had no idea what he was going to look like outside of having similar hair to his dad.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though. I like that. There's
nice little Easter egg.
Nice little Easter egg indeed. And then we got the O'Reilly variant.
Yep, we've got the O'Reilly B variant, and at 4,500, which is right around the corner, people, that gets made into a holofoil. And so the printer that I like using for those holofoils, Hero and Villain Design, is sending me the templates on these different holofoil patterns. We'll be doing a live stream to showcase those off and get do a poll to vote on, like, which version should be which version we'll go with, and then all of the templates that we get, including the one that gets chosen, will be raffled off to the backers from the first 30 days.
Ah, cool. Nice one. What's the last cover we got? The Bart and Rose Special Edition.
Yeah, and so this is our special edition of the book, which not only has the 48 pages of content that you get from the standard edition. It has the script. It has character pages. It's got it's a special edition, so it's there as an extra bit of a collector. Has a bit of extra collector stuff inside of it. They'll probably have like a gallery of all of our covers and everything too.
Oh, that's cool. Nice little bonus section there. Nice one. This one I was interested in, the 9 Realms catalog.
So the way the 9 Realms catalog works is this tier is only available for the first 30 days.
Yes, so this one ends in the next 2 weeks.
In the next 2 weeks. And so the way it works is you get a copy of the Elysian Fields Issue 0 Redux, which is an add-on for every other tier. You get a copy of Pyramid Gambit. You get a copy of The Embrace with your cover of choice, but then you also get all of the pinups from previous campaigns, the trading cards from Pyramid Gambit, the challenge coin from Pyramid Gambit, and the unit patch from Pyramid Gambit.
Wow.
That's like the ultimate catch-up bundle with everything.
Yes, and so it's only available for the first 30 days of the campaign, because the whole point is the Elysian Fields Issue 0 Redux is a special little thing to showcase, how we're learning. And that's one of those things that will also have a high collector value, because if you don't get it here, I'm not printing more of them. Like it's a special thing to kind of showcase. Yeah, we listened to people's feedback and everything on the 0 issue, and we applied it, and this is going to be how this book looks from here on out.
And oh my god, it is so far above. Like, it looks so good.
Like Avery's crushing the colors on that book. And Pages of the Dead is going to really blow people away. So the only way that you'll get to see the remastered issue 0 is through that Redux. And then what I like down the line, once we finish out finish out Pages of the Dead, I do plan on remastering Pyramid Gambit as well, and I'll do like a full-on collection of the first arc of Elysian Fields that's been fully remastered, fully recolored and everything, and that'll have its own little campaign. But like otherwise, this is the only place that you'll be able to get the Issue 0 Redux, is either in this tier or getting the add-on with your book. And so once this is done, this is done. So
cool.
Yeah, we have packed this. Sorry, man, go ahead.
Yeah, make sure you get it while you can. Links in the description, guys.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Dean? Go ahead.
I was saying we've packed this campaign full of collectibles.
Yeah.
Like every single tier, like even because how like I specifically mentioned the special edition is super exclusive and we're never going to print that one again. Even when we do reprints of just the standard edition, it's not going to have the same cover. It's not going to have all the extras and things that that this version that user backing today gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What's this tier here? Team from the Land Down Under.
Yeah, I need to make a graphic for this because it's crazy that this tier hasn't been purchased yet. And so effectively, this is the one of each tier, except these 10 editions of the book for the Team from the Land Down Under. I am sending the special edition of Barton Brothers edition down to Australia for Dean, Clayton, and Corey to sign. So your special edition of the book will be signed by everyone involved, pretty much.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a good tier. I like the sound of that. And then
this is our original art section. And let me tell you, the fact, again, one of those things that blows my mind that nobody's got this yet. Because here's the secret. We're not charging for shipping on any of these. You pay this price, you get your print or original art and your copy of the book, and you don't pay for anything else.
Yeah, I think we need to explain what the print is, though, because people are going to think that they're just getting a poster.
Yeah, no, and I've been doing my best to explain that. So the way that it works is, since the artwork of this book is being done entirely digital, we don't really have a lot of original art to put out there. So what we've done is we're doing collector's prints. We have selected 10 pages from the book that are like our
awesome.
We feel the best looking pages. And Dean will be signing these one of one, so that they are collector items, just like a piece of an original art. You get a bit of a discount
stock and everything.
Yeah,
like they're going to be on big 11 by 7, like 11 by 17. I think. What's the size?
Yeah,
of
11 by 17, maybe even a little bit bigger. And it'll be on high quality paper, and it'll be Dean signs it one of one, so that you guys have a guarantee that this is the only one of these in existence. So like it retains the same value of a piece of original art. And so you get all of that with no shipping costs, and you also get a copy of the book with your choice of cover.
Cool. That's a good way of doing it. A good workaround for digital artists.
Yeah, well, a lot of us work only in digital these days, So, I mean, and there are so many like comic book collectors that just like to have their favorite specific page, and I mean, this is I feel like it's kind of the natural progression of things when it comes to buying original art, because if we're doing it all digitally, it's going to have to be printed out one way or another. You're not just going to buy the file off me, are you?
Yeah, there's no good just being a JPEG. I like what you're doing. It's a good idea. Yeah, for sure. So, signed cover, print, and book.
Yeah, same thing.
It's the same thing, except it's for that Death of the Family homage cover. So this next one is actually a piece of original art. Dean is doing a traditional art piece that will serve as the piece that'll be there in the title page. And the way that this tier works is, if you back this, the image that's there is a rough that Dean has done, but effectively, if you purchase this, Dean will be coordinating with you and running it by you to give the thumbs up and everything. You're going to have creative input on this title page, and you get the original piece of art and a copy of the book with your choice of cover.
Yeah, no
and
Oden.
Again, no
this
shipping.
Entire page is going to be me and you, no Oden.
Yeah, no me.
Hey, cool. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, he is selling his creative control. That's what he's doing.
So whoever backs this
could severely fuck me over if they wanted to. But
But yeah, that's going to be the title page with all the credits and everything running down at the first page of the book when you open up the book. So
yeah,
that's
more good. That's a nice idea. I like that. And then final tier, signed, bargain, print, and book.
So again, as we said, digital art. With digital art, this is how we've effectively overcome the original art thing. So again, this would be a high quality 11 by 17 or maybe even a little bit larger print signed by Clayton Barton, one of one. And you get that with your choice of copy of book, no shipping.
Hey, awesome. And is that the cover artwork?
Yeah, that's the cover
one
for the special edition.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. So basically, if any of you out there, there's loads of really cool tiers for you to check out and back. There's 3 different versions of the book. One's a special version here, with extras, bonus material section. This cover here is potentially going in chromium holofoil as soon as we hit that stretch goal. And
which
then
is almost certain at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're doing really well with this. And then here's the regular edition of the book. And then this is the big one, guys. The featured tier where you get one of everything. Plus that, what do you call this?
The Spectral edition.
The Spectral edition.
Yeah, which we plan on doing for all of the Embrace books. There will be a Spectral edition.
Yeah.
So if you get this one and then you come back for issue 2 and you get the Spectral edition for issue 2, eventually you'll have the complete set of Spectral editions, which will be worth 10 times the amount of any other issues there, because we're not reprinting them, redistributing them, selling them in any other way. Like once the campaign is over, that Spectral edition is gone forever, and then you'll have to come and get issue 2, and you won't be able to get issue 1 anywhere else except maybe eBay.
I won't be printing any extras either. It's literally going to be I print the exact amount that we need.
Yeah,
like
plus one for me and one for Oden.
Yeah, the only way I will print another one is if, say, somebody's got like somebody's package got lost and they were supposed to get one, or if like a accident of God happened and frickin' their comics got destroyed. I'm obviously not gonna be like, sorry, sucks to suck, you got your one. But But I want it to be very clear that I'm not even going to be printing overstock of it. It's going to be, I have what I need.
So back and make sure you get in there while you still have the chance.
Yeah, Bristolian Dave in the chat says Embrace is one of the best looking projects I launched this year, and I have to fully agree with him.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks, Dave. I really appreciate that. Like, I don't have the words to express how much that sort of thing means to me from other comic book nerds, because you get, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've drawn pictures my entire life, right? But you get your friends from school and your friends from work and stuff growing up, and like they can say you're a good artist, sure, but they don't know who Jim Lee is. They don't know who Greg Capullo, Todd McFarlane, all of those, my favorites. You guys
don't get me wrong. We're not saying you're Jim Lee level Greg Capullo.
No. I didn't think you were. But the point was,
let's not mince words here.
No, I'm not saying you do, but you have those same comparisons in your head that I do. Like you're aware of these other artists' existence, whereas like my normie friends aren't. Yeah. So it means a lot more coming from people that actually follow comic books when they say that they like my artwork and stuff. So thank you. Like I really appreciate the fact that he likes our superhero. Like that means a lot.
It looks great, guys. It's in my opinion, the coolest super suit I've seen out of Comicsgate, the coolest design. It looks creepy. I know it's a very emotional story, so readers are going to get proper sucked into this book. Somewhat similar to The Crow, we touched on that last time, like with regards to the themes of it. Sort of like if The Crow had symbiote powers, sort of. Would you agree?
Yeah. I would say sort of like if the Crow had symbiote powers and had a better sense of humor.
Yeah, the Embrace is much more lighthearted than the Crow is. Yeah.
Whilst we're on this subject, I got one more thing to ask you before we wrap up this little Let's Talk episode. So, Jacobus, just so you know, last time I had Michael on, I asked him at the end of the show who would win in a fight between the Embrace.
Dean and I heavily disagree on this.
And Michael said it was not even fair. Spawn would wipe the floor with the Embrace. And the next thing
is completely outrageous.
Popping up on Twitter telling me that Michael doesn't even know his own character.
That is such ridiculous. Like, okay, so this is my whole thing, and I've gone back and forth with Dean on this.
I'll let Michael go before I absolutely destroy him in public.
Okay, whatever, buddy. So in the when it comes down to it, overall, obviously we're not going to account for Spawn becoming fucking God during Armageddon arc or anything like that.
From issue 1, the very first Spawn.
If we're choosing Spawn from the first trade, like from effectively the first trade, right?
No, you have the
like,
first 40 pages, Odin. So you get issue
okay,
1 and half
first
of issue
40
2.
pages, he still wipes the floor with people.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't
even
start.
come close.
He doesn't fight he doesn't get to fighting the Violator or anything until
First
issue
40 pages,
4.
he's using guns.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't
Yes, he
touch
does.
a gun in the first book.
Spawn's first weapons that he
Oh
uses
my
are
God.
his chains and his guns that he kept from
His
when he was
first
alive.
weapon
He
that
goes on
he
from
uses.
there to using the spectral, like the spooky powers. But before that,
Give
he
me
had chains
5
and
seconds.
guns, which right now I'll straight up tell everyone the Embrace is 100% bulletproof. You cannot kill him with a gun. You can shoot both his eyes out and he'll be
It
perfectly
doesn't
fine.
matter. His
Oh
suit
god,
is
we've
still
spent
his
more.
If you take Spawn right now from issue like 200, 300, whatever he's up to, yeah,
I'm
Spawn
literally
would win.
trying.
But you
to
take
freaking
the
get-
Embrace versus Spawn from their first 40 pages, and it's not even close.
I
even
disagree. And
Yeah,
and
you
my
can
whole
disagree
thing
all you
is
want. You're
that
still wrong.
Spawn is able to handle just as within his first issue handles just the same amount of stuff as the Embrace does, but he also has a skill set that Clarence never had.
Yeah,
He's a trained frickin' PMC killer.
yeah. What good is that against a ghost? Like you,
What good is a
Sound-
ghost against
you sound
a
ridiculous.
commander of Hell's legions?
You sound ridiculous.
You sound ridiculous. He's literally handpicked by the devil to lead Hell's army against the apocalypse.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's
And?
going to trump Ghost.
yeah. But I don't like. That's not the home you think it is. Like so. He ain't got shit on him.
100%.
No.
And this is
The
where
Embrace still has 4 more hands.
okay, cool. The freaking Spawn has endless chains.
Endless
his
chains
cape.
are nothing against endless hands.
And
Hands
his
can grab
cape,
things.
which
Chains
wraps
kind of
around
have-
him like an exoskeleton.
Yeah, what, you don't think that the arms can wrap around things and grab things at the end of them? Come on.
Yeah, except you want to know what else? Clarence can die. Guess what
There is
Al
nothing
Simmons
here.
can?
Clarence can die, and we've already established that Clarence can be a dead body inside the Embrace, and the Embrace will still be running around and moving.
Did we establish that?
Yes, we did.
You know what? I'm so
We've
glad.
established that.
When? As
Because
the writer, I'd like to know.
we have established that because we have already told people that it is possible that they are 2 separate entities in the way that
Correct.
David
but
has a certain amount of
It relies
control.
on the bond between their. It does rely on their bond
Yeah, but that doesn't mean shit.
between the living and the dead.
No, but
Right?
you can't turn around and tell me that one has to be alive and the other doesn't.
That's the whole. It's the living. We'll
Yeah,
talk
but so
about
what?
this.
Yeah, you think so? You're telling me that bullets and chains are going to kill the Embrace?
No, what I'm telling you
Damn
is,
right.
is
That's
that
it. No, full stop. Bullets and chains will not kill the Embrace. Spawn doesn't have shit on the Embrace. Back the Embrace today. Thank you.
I like that. That was great. Michael's argument was Spawn is just too much of a train killer, and Dean's argument is you're fucking wrong, mate.
No, he's a ghost. It doesn't matter. You can be a train killer all you want. He's a ghost.
So
Ghost Taylor,
basically, back the Embrace and then decide for yourself who
Yeah.
will win.
yes,
Yeah.
correct. Go on ahead.
Dave said
See
we
how
made
right
the
I am.
team implode. I really hope this hasn't caused.
No, Dean and I have literally been going back and forth about this
weeks
for a
now.
solid month. Like literally since the last time I was on here, he was just like, "How dare!" Like I wish I had like the screenshots of like
I was unreasonably
blowing
mad.
up at me and be like, "I was like, how could you even say that? This is so bad for our PR." I was like, "No, like, this isn't going to affect us at all." And I was like, "Dude, we have
I was
we have
insulted
over
at my
200
core.
signups, and we might even hit 3 by the and we've already been
No, it's
invited
not
back
even
onto
about-
the channel."
It's not even about PR. It's about the fact that Al Simmons is a whiny little bitch who cries over he's a cuck who cries over his ex.
Oh my
And-
god!
The Embrace, all right, at least Clarence actually has a reason to cry. All right? Piss off. Piss off with that shit.
Okay, dying and then losing 5 years of your life and coming back for only one person, and then that person not even knowing who he is or anything
and she's
like that.
fine. She's fine.
She's
fine.
married to his best friend who gave her a kid that he never could.
Yeah, he's his best friend, so at least he knows he's a good dude.
I guess. Anyways, I gotta roll. It's dinner time.
That 20 seconds or however long you're going for then, that was my favorite part of any show I've ever done. Let's remind the backers real quick before we go that different topic, The Adventures of Taylor in Outer Space has landed on Indiegogo. Make sure you check that out. Remember, I put all the links to all the various projects in the description below. Let me shill quickly for my co-host, Jacobus, who has a YouTube channel. You should all go and subscribe to him. He hosts the Bargain Bin Show, or the other half. We take it in turns between us each week. It's his turn this week, coming up on Monday, and we'll be showing you guys.
It's your turn on Monday.
Right?
It says there, streamed 4 days ago.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, my turn on Monday. Jacobus will have something interesting to tell us on Monday, so make sure you check that out. And then, of course, we've been talking about him for the whole show, but let me bring it up one more time. That is The Embrace on Indiegogo. Head over there, links in the description. Back it today. Let's get them to their stretch goal. We'll get that hollow foil cover. Let's make it happen, guys. This looks amazing. So yeah, congratulations both. Let's just wave bye to the camera and then we'll call it a day. Thanks for coming, guys.